This is my cheap Audi R8 V10 Spider, and this is a cheap exhaust. And I'm hoping it's going to make it sound like a Lamborghini. And this is a miserable Yorkshireman who doesn't want to be in the car with a loud exhaust, but you have to deal with it. Welcome back to my supercar journey, seeing whether or not I can buy this car, drive it to the south of France, drive it back and still retail it for a profit. Countless different comments have said, don't modify that car, Rob. It's ridiculous. And I read through all of them, and I did find one that said, do it. So here's the exhaust. It is a Top Gear F1 exhaust. I bought this online. Now, there's no two ways about it. They're a couple of grand. They're not a cheap do. However, actually for a cheap exhaust for an R8 V10, it is probably the bottom of the market. Now, I spoke to RE Performance, had a chat with them about it. They said, no, they're a fantastic exhaust. And apparently they will make it sound like an F1 car, which I'm very, very excited about. Now, truthfully, when I first bought it, I did think it sounds pretty good. I think it's fine. But the more I've driven it, the more I've realised that the sound is right up at the top of the rev range. So you've got to drive it around like a hooligan to make it sound good. That makes sense. And I want it to sound good all the time. So this is like a really, really involved job. And essentially, worse because it's a Spider, you've got to take the entire back end of the car off. So bumper comes off, this plate comes off. I think the spoiler might come off, boot lid comes off. Then you've got to take the air filters off underneath it as well. Obviously the rear tail lights need to come off. Like everything is off. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing it on my own, or indeed myself. I'm going to palm it off to a garage, Castle Tyres actually, and let them do the work. Let's have a look at the exhaust in a little bit more detail before we go around and bring them the chariot. I am on an Audi R8 V10 and I am the engine. And that is how the exhaust is going to sit. So obviously you've got your manifolds that are going to come off into here, I assume. Then you've got your silencers. So apparently, because this exhaust is valved, and I believe these to be the valves, you can have it apparently quieter than stock when the valves are closed or open. I always get it confused, whichever way around it is. And then when they are open or closed, whichever way around it is, it sounds ridiculous. So we're going to whiz this around, and there is so much stuff to do. Apparently there's a load of heat shields in there as well. So even once you get to the original exhaust and get it off, you've then got to break it apart from the heat shields, which then need to go back onto the new exhaust and back onto the car. They've quoted 5 hours. I think they might have a bit of a nasty surprise. However, there's a guy in there called Woody who is not an ex-Audi mechanic, but really knows his way around VAG stuff and has worked on R8s in the past. So I think it's going to the best possible place it can. Should we see where we get on?
Okay, so here's the R8 finally going in the air here. Now, what I forgot to mention is we are on borrowed time with this car. Now, I know that Castle were very optimistic by quoting 5 hours, but when you realise how many bolts are underneath this, I think we counted 60, or Woody counted 60, just starting to disassemble the under trays from this car. This is the hidden cost of modifying cars, the amount of labour that has gone to this. There are hidden bolts underneath the spoiler, there are hidden bolts underneath the registration number. You find a place to hide a bolt, and the Germans, the crafty buggers, have hidden them, even behind the vents. So they've got the back panels off now, the spoiler's going to need to come off, everything needs disconnecting because there's wiring harnesses everywhere. Absolute pain. This job took about 3 hours just to get the bumper off the car, and bearing in mind that we are on borrowed time, I was genuinely really starting to panic at this stage.
So we have got under 48 hours before we set off, so I'm going to have a quick look at the R8 and see how they're getting on with it. I think he's starting to get a bit wound up with it, so we'll just go in, see how he's getting on, and leave him to it, because it's I think it's taking him 2 hours to get the bumper off.
Morning.
Morning. Bit of a pain in the ass, is it, sir?
Yes, it is.
Whole lot needs to come off, doesn't it? Apparently rear lights as well. Other than that though, easy.
Oh yeah, we're now.
Sorted. I think potentially, it is me telling you what to do. Potentially airboxes as well.
It's not just so compact.
Yeah. Need anything from me? Other than me to f*** off?
Yeah, maybe.
Sorted.
No, need on it, no.
Right, cool. No pressure.
At some point.
Sound.
I'll give you a shout.
I'll slump away.
All right, I'll give you a
All right, nice, mate. Catch you in a bit. That's a touch of class, innit?
You won't think it was 65-year-old, that.
65-year-olds? Good on him. What we're going to do is we'll try and slide Alex in there every now and again just to film little bits of it, but obviously what they basically said was it'll be 5 hours to do the job. As you saw earlier on in the video, I kind of knew it wasn't going to me. I didn't realise it'd be that involved. They've been at that for 3 hours already, just getting the rear bumper off. Rather them than me. Oh, your lift's here, Alex.
Me, that.
Bit of you, that. Cheerio.
So just when you think you're done trying to find bolts in the back of an Audi, there's more. So this whole section needs to come off now, including the heat shield. Everything needs removing. There are 4 brackets where the exhaust is attached to the actual car and the subframe, etc. Bit of a mess, to say the least. So the air filters need to come out as well, and then you've got awkward brackets in the way. Anyway, I thought I'd come back in at this stage and offer my assistance.
I'm going to do something manly. Obviously, what I have done now personally, with no help from Woody, is I've taken all the bolts out the bottom. Bumpers obviously come off. I've had a nightmare. I've had the air boxes off. What else have I done, mate?
Come round here and pestered me today.
Yes, these have come off as well. And it is now just at a point where hopefully the whole lot's going to come off the back. And we have got about 3 hours left in the day. And then tomorrow it is getting everything ready to go. I don't think it's going to be out today, which is very disappointing. No pressure. Can't be getting my dainty hands mucky. So it's ready to go, Alex. Are you impressed, mate? No. Gifted is the word you're looking for.
I'm hoping that's going to come past there. So that looks like it's loose there. That looks like it's going to come off there. Well, let's have a go, eh?
Tug and hope. So apparently there's a big weight saving from that to that. Yes. So it should make the car breathe better, sound like a Lamborghini, and lighter.
Sounded all right as it was.
It's got to sound proper now, mate. I just think they sound a little bit muted.
Yeah, well, they're governed, aren't they? It's all to do with noise pollution. But it's staying through tunnels.
Yeah. The French will love it as well. Bonjour. Yeah. I know, mate. It's just trying to keep the bill down a bit. It's kind of coming. It feels like it's stuck at the top, doesn't it?
Throw it down a little bit.
Yeah. Just wondering how many hours we're in. 5 hours so far. So massive shout out to Dean at Saving Salvage, who's been on the phone trying to talk us through this, because he has done one.
But not a spider.
But not a spider. So the next person to ring will be Ricky at RE Performance, but I suspect he'll just laugh at me for not bringing it to him in the first place. Where do you want it?
I've got my own. Give me back.
Finally fitting the exhaust to the R8, and I've been waiting for this, well, to do this for months.
So it's the whole thing that comes off with him.
The whole lot.
The whole lot. Yeah.
That's what you need to.
Whole lot. Yeah, it's got the bracket off to get it out of the way, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a load of 10 mils that's hiding up here.
Oh, bloody hell.
Give us about another 20 minutes then. I'll get them brackets off.
Bloody
It's
hell,
all
mate.
spanning
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Right.
You can keep them gloves if you want.
I'm leaving on side for him next round. Cheers, mate. Right, we'll let the man spanner. They need me for heavy lifting. Are we in? Must be getting technical if you've called me over, mate. Is it literally just off then, we reckon? Oh, yes.
Down. Marvellous.
It'll sound the like that, won't it?
I'm going home.
Is that it? Yeah, cheers. It's nice to have a proper look in, isn't it? Yeah, right, put exhaust on. Let us know when you want me to just chuck it back on, mate.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, sound.
Yeah, you just-
For 20 minutes, half an hour. Sorted. Nice one. Let's go.
So just when I started to get a little bit confident and thought finally we could be making some progress here, at the 11th hour, disaster has struck.
So we thought we had good news because the exhaust is now off thanks to my hard work. However, it is bad news because they've gone to take the clamps off the old exhaust and snapped them. Callum's here because Callum was coming to experience an R8 V10 with a loud exhaust.
I was exactly that, coming to see that.
Sorry, mate. Anyway, so we've now got a dilemma because we literally have 1 day left till they get that exhaust in the car. And also, it's not like we can put the old exhaust back on now, is it?
Oh, no, you can't.
So now we officially have a broken car.
Oh, yeah, you fully don't have an exhaust system.
It's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's entirely their fault. It's not their fault.
Nah, it's their fault.
It's their fault,
yeah, it's
definitely.
100% their fault.
This meeting went on for quite some time with Callum, and I decided the best option was to order every exhaust clamp I could find in the country, so I ordered from Audi, and I also ordered from TPS as well. Now, both companies said they should be here in the morning. Now, bearing in mind, if they weren't here in the morning, the job is absolutely stuffed. There's no way that car is going together, and we might have to use a backup plan, which is absolutely the worst case scenario because everything is booked under that registration number. So I had to go to bed that night and just hope for the best.
They have arrived. I've been busy this morning. They've been over trying to sort out a couple of other deals, but they've arrived and we're starting to get to a position. Did you say we maybe fire it up? So it should, when you fire up, just be in quiet mode because it'll just be in non-sport. That's loud. That's a bit too loud. Is that quiet mode? What happens if you press the sport button? No change. Right, so is that just because it was on cold start? Yeah. So if you just give it a little tickle like that. Yeah. Yes, that's. Then if you press the button. Yeah. Oh. You like that? Perfect. They're not going to now. Oh. That'll do. Spot on, mate.
That'll just be 40 quid for a new socket you owe me.
I can't hear you.
40 quid for a new socket. I've got scratches and bruises.
Oh, you got all right, sound.
Have you got a medical book?
Call it a wanna.
Happy?
Very happy, mate. Very happy. Legend. Nice one, mate.
All right.
Right. Road test.
He'll make it straight to Falkland. That does sound good.
It sounds ace in there. Oh, it's so good, isn't it? Oh, it sounds the Matt, I really appreciate your work on that. You made it happen, didn't you? Oh God, that was so stressful. Watching.
Watching, yeah.
Yeah. Nice one, mate. See you in a bit. Right, plates on bypass.
God, it is tight there, isn't it?
Everywhere's tight for you. I always get worried about going out in cars with you. It never seems to end well.
Listen,
Probably when you're driving though.
We might grow up one day, but it ain't gonna be a day, is it?
No.
Yeah, it sounds considerably better than a standard one, doesn't it?
Properly high pitched, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you pretty much all the way up at revs as well there?
Yeah.
You happy?
I'm so happy.
Oh, it's taking me back 20 years just from our toys.
Absolutely. Similar levels of debt. As in, way more than net worth. Toys just got better, didn't they?
Yeah. Me happy with it now?
Oh, so happy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
Right, this is in nice and quiet mode. We shall get up the road.
Bloody hell. It's changed, hasn't it?
Oh, that crackle. This'll scream now.
Well, it went right to the red, didn't it?
Did it?
Yeah, right to the red.
And then, for when we're just cruising,
Sound is that, isn't it? Yeah, we can live with that.
absolutely bang on, is that?
It does sound pretty amazing, that, doesn't it?
But I think it's perfect. Literally perfect. It's just that cold start.
Yeah, well, when you set off from your house tomorrow morning, start it, dip clutch your away.
Go.
Yeah,
go.
Somehow the engine even sounds different. You know, not aside from the exhaust note.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
see you in France.